Welcome back, everybody. This is Ayad Boudiab. I'm a senior .NET application developer, and as you notice in these series of videos, we've been discussing ASP.NET, and that will be ASP.NET 4.0 with Visual Studio 2010. Some of those videos are easy videos targeting newcomers to ASP.NET, and some of them are advanced, and of course those for the people who've been using ASP.NET for a while. And as I mentioned, since this is to learn all the features of ASP.NET, so I'm covering everything from the beginning. In today's video, I'm targeting two specific items. The first item is the AutoComplete feature that usually available with text boxes, and we'll see how we can turn that on in Internet Explorer, and then how we can take advantage of it within Visual Studio, and when we set up the website and the text boxes within the page. The next item, I'm going to talk a little bit about the radio buttons and how we can drop the radio buttons inside panels, and how we can group them together, and so on. So let's go ahead and get started first by creating a website, and then we'll target those two items as I just mentioned. File, new, website. In older videos or previous videos, I showed you that we could create a website or a web project, but in our case, website is the easy way to go because we have all the features that we need, and we don't need to create a project. So let's go ahead and say, for example, that's the location for the website, and let's give it a name. Let's see, AutoComplete, for example. And an ASP.NET website, it's .NET Framework 4.0, and of course we are Visual C# here, and then we click OK. That will give us the website, and as you notice, we have all the information here with the scripts and the styles and all the pages that we are interested in. I'm going to leave all the pages as they are, and as I mentioned to you before, this is already a fully functional site, but in this case I need to create a couple pages. So I add a new item, and that item is a web form, and let's name this one Test AutoComplete. So we're testing the AutoComplete feature. It's a web form. Click Add. That will give us the AutoComplete page with the body and the div, and of course the div within the form. Now what we need to do is basically a couple of things. First of all, we need to add text boxes to the page, and then with the AutoComplete property, and then what we need to do is turn that on in the browser. So let's go ahead and load Internet Explorer. Okay. If you don't see the menu on the top, as in my case, for example, you see here there's no menu, I can hit Control F10, and that will bring the menu up, and then I need to go to Tools, Internet Options. Under Internet Options, I'm going to select some of the settings that are important to us. I go to Content tab, and the Content tab, you notice in here it says AutoComplete. You see that? And then I click on Settings for AutoComplete, and it says these are the AutoComplete features that they are available. AutoComplete list possible matches from entries you've typed or visited before. Address bar. Of course, when you type something in the address bar, that will basically start filling in that's something that you've visited before. Okay, so it's been turned on for browsing history and favorites and Windows search for better results. What I need in my case, I need to turn that on for forms. I don't have it that turned on. I'm going to fill out a form from my ASP.NET website, so I'm going to select form and turn it on for that feature. I'm going to click OK and OK again, and that will basically turn the AutoComplete on for my browser. I'm going to exit from my browser and come back to my site. Now within my site, as I mentioned to you, I need to create some text boxes that I will ask the user for information, and then I'll see how I can set up the AutoComplete property within that. I'm going to expand the toolbox in here so I can have access to my controls. I need some text boxes, so I'm going to drop a text box within the div, go to the end of it, drop another text box, okay, and then let's give some space here, and then with those two text boxes I'm going to add a button at the end. So go here and drop a button. For the text boxes to be on separate lines, I'm going to add a break. Same thing down here, so I'm going to copy paste. If I look at the design, it gives me two text boxes with a button that I can click on. Okay, so far so good. Let me look at the source. I have the text boxes and I have the button. Let's go ahead and save. Okay, let's look a little bit at the text boxes, and let me hit enter here so I can have the properties on separate lines.